And I can't be that. Okay, the stream is starting. I'm just gonna kind of go along with it for now. This will be the first test I've ever done of YouTube gaming. And so I'm actually freaking out here, and I'm kind of not hyperventilating, but close. Because this is, like, I've been waiting for this to come out for quite a while, because I figured, like, I need to get on board on this. I'm a new streamer, and this is new technology, and that's what you gotta do in the software industry. So I'm kind of freaking out that this is good. I like this. So we're just starting to get live feed now. How many frames are we dropping? Just gotta post this on Twitter too to see if I can get any people following that way. Okay, that's posted. Still saying the stream is offline though. How many frames are we dropping? Like 94% of them. I guess I'll see later on. Because yeah, I'm not sure yet how my system will even really hold up to this. This will be awesome too, because I'm not even going to have to really save these and upload them. So if it is as fast, this is good. Okay, sound is working. Video is laggy though. I guess I'll see. I need to run around and do some stuff. Where am I even? I'm pressing tab to find the map now, just like... Okay, I'm gonna head north from here. And then just watch the live feed on the testing channel, because it's still saying I'm dropping like 60% of the frames. Which I guess that only brings me down to like 12, which is... I can play at 12. Not good. Not well at all. But I can play at that rate. Okay. It's just exciting, this new technology. We can tell I'm in the right industry. Okay, it is going now, and the frame rate actually doesn't seem to be that bad. It is behind, but that's kind of expected with streams. And there's advanced settings. There's nothing regarding reducing the lag time, but that shouldn't be an issue. What is going on here? Whatever. Hail. Oh, and do I have... Okay, I do have game volume. I'm gonna turn it up though, because that's client side. That's on my side with OBS. Same with the view thing, except Chatty. I don't think Chatty's really working. But we'll see about getting some sort of being able to see the chat implemented in the actual game later on. Because there probably is a way to hook up Chatty with this, but I have no idea to begin with. That's one of the parts where I'm still new to streaming. There should be live chat, and I should be able to get away. Okay, I can move the chat around. It's good because I was having troubles actually viewing. Close that. I was having troubles viewing both the live stream, my preview window. Like 2 monitors gets you far, but there's only so much still that you can see. Like right now I can't see, just looking on the side, I can't see how many people are viewing right now. I can see the chat, and I did notice that there is one person who's kind of hanging out.
Mullingway threatened to throw me into the cave. I'll talk to you later, Baham.
Is there no automatic adjustment here? Okay, that kinda works. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna stop fiddling with that to the actual stream. To make sure my voices, you guys can hear them. And I haven't actually gone and checked out that tower yet. I'm still pressing tab. I keep pressing tab to try to see the map because that's Fallout. Because I marathoned a good 3 or 4 hours of Fallout New Vegas last night. I'm thinking I want to stream it. But the person who's watching now, if it isn't me, please say something because I'm not sure if the chat is working even. Stu watching now. Yeah, I could get a hang of this. I know one of those isn't me. Hello, second person that joined the chat.
Stop the Thalmor and the Dominion and...
Hang on, what are you talking about?
Most welcome at the College of Aldmeri Propriety. The Thalmor founded the place to teach us lesser members of the Dominion what we need to join the Guard.
If there's a problem here.
Fancy. Look, don't believe me? Go talk to Tanyan, the headmaster. Ask that smug son of a bitch what this place is really like. Maybe someone with the Queen's ear can get a real look at this hole. Anyone willing to hear us out is blessed by the green in my book. Ask away.
Is this like the College of Winterhold?
The
No, this isn't a magic guild.
They felt that without the proper training, our new allies would be unable to represent the Thalmor agenda.
Aren't you part of that majority, though? No, actually, you look more like a wood elf. I can't tell the difference.
Nonsense about civilized behavior whenever we ask that kind of thing. Meanwhile, they try to break us out of our racial customs and culture. It's like being short or having a tail is an affront to the Dominion. I'll tell you a little story. A friend of mine, Brinthia, a few weeks ago it was his birthday. Back in Grotwood, he and his parents used to do this little ceremony honoring the green. Simple thing, just a few words. Tanyan found him praying, shouted at him, and threw him in the cave. Something about making him an example to his mongrel race. These are the people teaching us here, damn it. Salt Spray Cave.
Sounds like classic Christian school when they first introduced it to
They
the
use it as a corrective measure.
North
if we
American
step out
culture.
of line.
Talon Spear Song. Thank you for saying something, because now I know at least that the chat works.
The Thalmor's a ruling party in the Dominion. It's made up of High Elf Canyon Reeves, Wood Elf Tree Thanes, and a handful of Khajiiti chieftains. Take a wild guess what's the strongest flavor in that particular stew pot.
I'm gonna leave that conversation just for now, just so I can actually talk a little bit. I feel bad interrupting her. I turned the volume up in hopes that you guys can see her, or hear whatever the NPCs are saying in the game. But I hope the magic and sword swinging isn't too loud for your guys' tastes. Talon, I'm just wondering, TEV.
Why do I
Not
even
sure.
waste my time on you? Pathetic.
I mean, I could take a guess, but I don't want to embarrass myself.
Your kind disgusts me. And what does that smell?
What I feel like this entire school here is racist. There's Tab again. What is this here? College of the Aldmeri Propriety. And that's the putting the pieces together note. That's Awesome. Because unfortunately, I don't have it going back at me because it would create a feedback loop. So I don't know actually how loud the NPCs are when I've... Elder Scrolls 5, I'm trying to remember the linear now. That would be 5 Skyrim, if I'm correct. Because it goes Arena, Daggerfall, Morrowind, Oblivion, yeah, Skyrim. Yeah, I got that right, okay. I was actually an Oblivion fan mainly. And one thing I've been finding...
Please take your leave. We've already reached our limit on Khajiit students.
Khajiit. In terms of how this plays though, like, have you played the Elder Scrolls Online much at all, or is it... Because in terms of how I found it actually, I found it actually almost resembles Oblivion a lot more than Skyrim. Mainly because of the fact that because it is an MMO, it's a little bit more choppier. And so it actually feels back like the combat and spellcasting of Oblivion.
Please take your leave. We've already reached our... Oh,
I work for the
truly?
Queen.
Consider yourself most welcome then. Apologies for my brusque greeting. It's been a trying few days.
I've heard reports of mistreatment here at the college.
Nonsense. Are we strict? Yes. Do we make our students work hard? Yes. Combat tactics etiquette. To join the Thalmor, there's a great deal to learn. This is not a cafe in Skywatch. This is war. The Pack, the Covenant, they look upon Oregon as a succulent fruit ripe for harvest. We must prepare our students for the trials they'll face in the field.
You skipped Oblivion completely. That's an interesting decision actually for someone who, well, plays the Elder Scrolls. It seems like that's... A lot of people like Morrowind, and most of the people in my schooling actually stuck quite religiously with Morrowind, but I don't know. I like Oblivion. Something about the world.
Fine. We have nothing to hide here. Visit the classrooms, spar with our instructors. You'll see our lessons are tough, but fair.
One of the things I've been finding though is it's, maybe not in your case, because as you said it's Morrowind and Skyrim, is it's whatever one you start with. And that's probably a case for more things than Elder Scroll actually. It's probably a standard with any type of gaming, really.
Fealty to the Dominion. We renounce
the Green Pact.
I can't hear you. Louder!
We protect the Dominion from her enemies. We give our lives in her defense. And we recognize the Ultima as our betters.
Yeah. Seems like when everything about the Dominion is just racism.
So humiliating. Shh, keep your voice down.
Sorry.
It's part of our indoctrination. We have to denounce the Green Pact every day. Commit ourselves to the Dominion.
What's the Green Pact anyways?
Instructors keep saying there is nothing but the Dominion. We're supposed to give up our old lives and become one under the Thalmor. Now leave me be, you'll get me in trouble.
Repeat the pledge again, class.
Yeah, I'm getting out of there.
Fealty to the Dominion.
It's actually the same layout as a few of the other houses. No, I'm actually quite satisfied with ESO in terms of an Elder Scrolls game and in terms of an MMO. It isn't as good as Skyrim. That's hands down. It's not a single player game. The thing I found incredible is that it also doesn't feel like an MMO.
Tuck in your tail, soldier.
Where is this? This is right underneath me.
Are you going to cry?
Okay, I actually did finish the storyline for Skyrim. I didn't buy any of the expansions though. Okay, is it underneath? Hold on, I'm getting lost here. Nope. Not up above or underneath. Oh. I never minded either. I put about 110 hours, I think, into Skyrim. I'll say that roughly. I tried modding it once with a few just graphics texture packs, but I was too scared to destroy the thing.
Happy? I won't be happy in your tail, soldier.
Okay, I'm gonna try going outside. Maybe there's something out there.
This one did as you asked.
Both main expansions. I'm trying to remember actually what the expansions are. There's the one with the... Oh, right. The one where they actually go into Morrowind.
I can't believe I have to put up with scum like you.
Tuck in your tail, soldier.
I keep forgetting about the second one they released.
This one did as you asked. Please. Talking back. Maybe you need more time in the cave. Ah, we have company. We'll continue this later.
Apparently that's the reason I wasn't able to find it, because I just have to stand here and I get the quest.
Ilara can't go to the cave. Not again.
Cave? What cave?
Salt Spray Cave. It's just north of campus towards the beach. They throw us in to correct our behavior. Cruelty for the sake of cruelty,
yeah.
This one thinks. We don't get enough food. They mock us, beat us. We're supposed
Hang
to
on just for 1
train
second.
for the
I need to be right back.
But they treat us like slaves.
Sorry about that. Where was I? Actually, speaking of just standing around, I think that's something that happened in Fallout New Vegas to me. Also, welcome Anthony. I feel like a proper greeting is in order. Oh, that's probably too proper for streaming. God, that's almost embarrassing. But, there's that one part in Fallout New Vegas where you exit a town and people just come running at you and a quest starts. Where are the proctors? So yeah, literally...
The Thalmor have no place for filth.
Oh, where are these guys? Literally, it's not so much that you'd even just stand around. Sometimes they come running at you. That's one thing that's so great, actually, about the Elder Scrolls and, well, just Bethesda in general. Who's the developers of the other ones? Because it wasn't Fallout New Vegas, that was Obsidian Entertainment.
Stand up straight.
Are you an ESO player, Anthony, or...? I'm just so excited. I get to try out YouTube gaming. I've been following this thing for about a month, waiting for it to be released.
Maggot's form is terrible. Don't you agree? Fine then. On your guard. Let's do this.
Are we gonna fight?
Watch and learn, maggots.
Okay, we are.
Mercy! No more!
He was quite bad, actually.
Yes, yes. I can't take well fought for a maggot.
Oh my god. Know when you're beat. How are you liking YouTube gaming so far? In terms of its layout and everything. I quite like it, actually.
Have to watch this maggot. As you wish. Watch and learn.
Just take me on. I keep missing the blocks.
I surrender.
I am with... Shoot, I just gotta find it. No, that's my guild. How do I find it again? Damn, character. Here we go. No. Oh sweet, I have an attribute point. I keep forgetting about those. They're so nonchalant about it. Oh, it's in, I can see it in Alliance War, can't I? The Eldamari Dominion. This is actually... I haven't seen this before. Oh. I've actually only gone under campaigns before. I never looked on the overview. Maybe that's something that changed when I started the guild.
Hello.
It's definitely worth watching Talon, that's for, or worth trying if you get a chance to find it on sale. Because it's
I didn't know Tanyan was bringing in any fresh meat today. I'll try to go eat.
Wait, why am I dueling with you again? I don't need to do this. Because I mean, I found it on sale. My friend told me about it. Oh, I pressed T, that's why it switched. There we go. And I got it on sale for $12.
For a maggot.
So if you can find it, like for cheap, you can play this game for almost nothing, and there's barely any sort of actual cash shop, and it's for sure not paid to win. That's the term, right?
Fine then. Get ready. Watch and learn, maggot.
Something glitched there. I attacked too early.
Can't talk. Fine then. I'll try to go
Something. Can I attack you now? You're okay?
Watch and learn.
There we go. I've only found a few glitches too. So I was impressed at the quality, but then again, these guys have always been quite good with their quality. But it doesn't feel like an MMO. That's what I'm loving about this, is I can go in and adventure and play just... Oh. I'm Canadian myself. I'm northeast, I'm on the west coast in the Vancouver area, actually. And yeah, I'm playing off of PC. $69 Canadian is a bit way too much. Like, it might still be worth it if you're a big fan of the Elder Scrolls series, but I mean, I got it for 12 Canadian, as I mentioned. I think on Steam itself, then again, this is for PC too, Talon. Like, if you're looking to buy it on a console, it probably is more. But if you're looking on... Sweet, I got a bunch of Canadians. Okay, Steam has it on as well, actually, online for $70. I'm just taking a brief... Sorry for kind of pausing the stream here, but... Overall, I'd wait for it to come on sale somehow. 100... What is it? 120 what though? Is that actual like US or Canadian dollars, or what's the exchange rate? Because that's insane.
I will not be threatened by a damn cat. So, did you finish your tour of our little school? What did you think? You just don't understand. These people are raw, untrained, undisciplined. We must take extraordinary steps.
Actually, I remember hearing about other prices in, I'm not sure if it was New Zealand, but just how they rack up the prices sometimes in other places. And then on top of that, I keep hearing about recalls as well on top.
Nothing comes to mind. Just the student dorms. I'd prefer you let the trainees study in peace. Thank you for your interest in the college. I'm afraid I must be going now.
There should be websites that allow you to find deals like that. Let's see.
Wanna see what things I really like?
Okay, there's the next part of the quest over there. Just gonna briefly go on a game deal website. Elder Scrolls. It's not gonna have a drop-down menu. This goes online for the PC. Hey, you're in my way. Okay, yeah, it's and it's $60 as well. There was one site that I used, and I can't remember what it was, but I used it to try to draw out the best place to buy it for. But if you keep your eye out for that kind of thing, it's sure to come up. I mean, $70, I'm not sure if I would pay $70 for it. I haven't bought a game over $10 in probably about 2 years now. I'm kind of a sucker for sales.
Lies, fancy agent. You've seen what they teach us. Now you need to see what happens after we leave those torture pits.
What do you mean?
I've just come from buying bandages and ointments from the Bandari. Those Khajiit are the only friends we have around here.
Unfortunately, she isn't well trained in the form of combat except for attacking feet and flies. We're trying.
You don't see the beatings? The mistreatment? You think they smack us around like that, then hand us a bandage? They're not real careful about lunch and dinner, either. I want you to see these people, what they truly are. Norad, another student, took the supplies back to his dorm. Go talk to him. Get the supplies, then bring them to Brinthir and Thal'Rel. They got it bad today. Need to go talk to Ilara. She had it bad today too. The scars don't show on the outside though. Get going.
Sorry, distracted. And in New Zealand, is it...
The Thalmor will be stronger without you.
I've never been outside the country, to be honest. Except for one time when I was very young, went down to the United States, but that wasn't for very long. Like, when you're in another country like New Zealand, is it just impossible to get games for prices, like, even online? To buy games for the US prices, or...?
Greetings. Did Baham send you to this one?
What do you mean by normal stream? Or Steam? Is that a spelling mistake? Just want to make sure. I've been doing, streams weekly. More than that, sorry. Hold on.
The new gear from the Bandari, yes. She is kind, Baham. Always making sure we are taken care of. Thal'Rel and Brinthir are recovering in their dorms. Today was a bad day for all of us. A dark moon, yes? Good luck.
Okay, I thought so. I've been doing streams regularly for the past
Get up, Ilara. You're going to the cave.
4 weeks, I think. Mostly on Twitch, and I've been waiting for this to come out, the YouTube gaming, so I can start doing it on here instead. Since...
Maybe this will keep your shorty friend from getting out of line.
Okay. First off, Deegan, sorry. Not what I meant on the third world country. I'm just wondering, like, with the IP restrictions, I know that, for example, on Canadian Netflix, I can't get a lot of the American Netflix shows. Or on Canadian Steam, I can't pay the US dollar amount. So I'm just wondering if, like, since, like, we don't necessarily get ripped off in that sense here, can you go and, say, pay the $69 US for the game. Or maybe I'm just misunderstanding. Is it actually the exchange rate between... Now that I think about it, I don't know what currency New Zealand uses. I'm making a fool of myself here. Okay. And yeah, Talon, I do run a new YouTube channel. Okay, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, Talon, I do run a YouTube channel, and I've been uploading all my videos to there, and I'm not sure how YouTube gaming works, but you might be able to subscribe to it. I'm not sure if I'll be doing Twitch streams anymore, actually, with the introduction of YouTube gaming, or if there's a way I can actually do both, though the chats might be a little bit confusing then.
Most kindness I've gotten here. Thank you.
Okay, Keen, is it, like with the exchange rate, is say $120 New Zealand, okay, New Zealand dollar, is $120 New Zealand dollar like the equivalent-ish in exchange rate to the $60 or $70 US, or is it actually a rip-off in that sense? Like, would it be better to convert the money over to US and try to buy it on an American website, or convert to Canadian and try to buy it on a Canadian website, for example? Because $120 for a video game, it does straight up sound too much to me, but for example in the Japanese yen, it would be like, what would that be, 12,000? 12,000 yen? So,
thank you.
It might just sound obnoxious because the numbers are bigger, or is it actually a ripoff? I'm just kind of curious. Because the main issues I keep hearing is stuff regarding the different, what is it? The different censorship laws, on top of recalling kind of messes up with, I don't want to, not third world countries, but non-American and Canadian and those kind of. Oh. An extra $30. It'd be tough being a gamer, I almost feel.
Bastards! Two pale, knife-eared bastards! I told you, I went to talk to Ilara. I stepped away for 5 minutes.
Okay, yeah.
And Tanya's trained dog Marlon jumped her.
I'll let her finish talking.
She can't survive another night in Salt Spray, not in the state she's in. On muster the students, we'll storm the caves. All we need are blades. Zaban the Bandari that gave me the bandages, he'll trade with us. No, the instructors take back our training blades after class.
Smart guys.
Will you go talk to him? I'll grab some of the others and meet you at the Bandari camp.
Alright, I've been actually doing roughly 3 to 6 streams a week. Not too long, an hour or two at a time. As for what games specifically, I've been doing anything from, I'm planning on making next week possibly a straight Fallout week, actually. Saturday's off, and I tried to reserve the right just in case to cancel or change any streams, because things are going to be very different in 2 weeks when I start school. So I'm probably going to have to cut streaming days down to 3 or 4 a week. I have the full schedule on Twitch right now, but I don't think I have it linked.
That's what cats get when they try to blackmail the veiled heretics.
And yeah, I can understand why you don't have Elder Scrolls Online yet, if that's the cost you're going to have to be paying. Because, I mean, I like that they made it free, they reduced it to a purchase to play. I really like that. And, hold on. by posting that. Although, as I said, I'm probably going to continue streaming on here rather than over on Twitch. Ah, jeez, the cat's so distracting. Worship you. So for the other one, Gopher. That's one fault I'm gonna have is I don't. Hold on. I don't really know many other people in the communities, either the Twitch or the YouTube communities, as I'm just kind of entering into this field. Entering into this field of streaming, just what do they call it? Blindly, and then learning on the way.
Damn it! The whole time, I thought he turned our pain into money. He was trying to help us. This is it. Look, we're afraid of the cave. Salt spray. Too many memories. Go look for Ilara. She needs to get pulled out of there. We'll grab weapons from the camp here, then go deal with our teachers.
I've been mostly doing Elder Scrolls on... I was pressing tab again, trying to get to the map. Third time. I'm mostly doing Elder Scrolls just kind of on irregular, non-scheduled things. I do plan on having roughly 1 day a week of the games that I really kind of get into and I really enjoy doing. For example, yeah, Elder Scrolls, and I was doing Skyforge for quite a while. What are a few others? Europa Universalis is one that seems to attract a lot of attention. And it's quite fun streaming it too, because you can really get people's input on... What'd she say? It was on saltwater spray. You'd think it'd be on the water. I think it's down here. Because... Yeah, actually, that's not a bad idea. Because one of the issues is, I try to follow the idea that if I keep watching stuff, or if I keep going and viewing other people's stuff, I'm not really going to get... Like, I might get better myself by seeing by example, but I might not be getting better in terms of practice. And so what I need to do is I need to make sure that I keep the hours... Hold on, I think I'm back up. I'm trying to load everything up again. My actual system just completely shut up there. Live streaming, there we go. Stream now. Okay. Yep, that was technical difficulties. My entire system froze. Well, Keegan, thanks for subscribing, and I hope to see you around. As I said, I don't know how I'm actually going to do schedules now, because I'm not going to be posting them on Twitch, because I won't necessarily be going on Twitch. But who's still sticking around here? I think yeah, I'm back online. I actually need to boot up Elder Scrolls again. That was bad. I also need to stream health. Where is it? Here it is. Scum Midnight Expansion Part 2. And did I lose that thumbnail? Okay, there. Oh dear. Okay, Talon. I do hope to be streaming ESO at least once a week. Yeah. I want to say more, but as I mentioned, I do it at unscheduled times. Because ESO is the easiest one to, if I have a rant or if I have something I want to talk about, is the easiest one to just jump into, explore, not really focus too much. Like League of Legends, you kind of have to buckle down and think to yourself, okay, what are the strategies here? What do I have to do? What are the resources that I should be using to learn how to further play well? With this, it's just kind of, I'm going to run around, find herbs, craft potions, kill things, practice skills. I tried to find others that I could do something like this, and I tried out Lord of the Rings Online, thinking that Lord of the Rings Online might be something that I can kind of practice skills specifically to say, okay, now I'm grinding this skill for, where am I? Enterers of the Saltwater Caves. I can grind this skill specifically, but when I tried out it, Lord of the Rings Online didn't really turn out to be quite what I wanted. Because it's not that you level skills up, I think. It's, there's little achievements that if you use a skill, say 300 times, you get this bonus, and what is it? Yeah, this bonus, this achievement, this kind of thing.
She did nothing wrong. You don't belong here. None of us belong here.
You guys gonna attack her? Sweet, I have an ally. But yeah, Elder Scrolls is main. Yeah, you said it perfectly. Actually, it's just smash and grab. So, and one of the nice things too is, what's going on? Is that an ally? Yes, it is. In terms of skill building, I mean the skill system. I'm not sure if you've seen it. You mentioned that you played mostly Skyrim. The skill system for an MMO is priceless. Like, most skill systems are purely... You're laying on my mouse, cat. This isn't gonna work. Yep, that's my mouse. Move. Here. Stay. Most skills in MMOs are literally level up to the required level and buy them and use them. Maybe every third level you get to level them up again. I know it's like that in Terra at least, which is the other MMO I've been playing somewhat recently. But okay. This is starting to make me think that this is going to be a continuous problem. I'm going to actually log on. I can't see the chat right now, and I'm sorry for this amount of technical issues. I'm going to try not opening Chrome, because the only time this computer has actually frozen was Chrome. So I'm going to try Edge, which is the Microsoft's new, where is it? Live streaming. Microsoft's new technology. Okay. Now I see your message. Yes, Talon, I froze again. Oh, sweet. It's actually still recording this too as a full video, so it's saying that, but it doesn't seem like that's the issue. I think it's something to do with when too much is happening on Chrome, it just, that's it for my computer. So yeah, I'm trying Edge, which isn't bad for, I mean, it's Internet Explorer. Essentially, it's Internet Explorer for Windows 8 is what it's a copy of. But it's Microsoft's new browser technology. It's funny too, it's actually, like Talon, I'm not sure if you're still there. I wish you were. That'd be nice. But it's actually saying specifically that... Oh, I died too. Specifically that... Oh! I didn't realize there was a targeting system. I don't necessarily believe in Firefox, but I'm starting to give up. Okay. Okay, there it is. It just kicked in. Every once in a while it says that I have 0 watchers, and I've noticed that it's a lot worse on Twitch, so I shouldn't be complaining. But this still has its bugs. I haven't used Firefox in ages.
At last, I'm free.
Yeah, get out of here. It's probably decent now, and Chrome, to be honest, Chrome is a great browser. But if it's gonna be behaving like this... Like, I forgive it if I freeze again, because then it's not... Oh, giant bats, I'm really easy at killing these things. It's not Chrome's fault if it freezes again, because it's not even open. In fact, I'm gonna close every instance that I possibly have of it. Yeah, it's all closed. How's my inventory space doing? Anyways, this full, isn't it? Shoot, I shouldn't be going through here. I didn't know Firefox was customizable, actually. That's news to me. Oh, I just got an idea. Because it's possible that, it's possible that they implemented a system where the chat is actually recorded against the time of the stream, so people can actually see on the side the chat that was going on during the live stream. Because they have had live streams going on for quite a while. I just never used it because it was kind of touch and go. Are any of these more expensive? 68? 68, no, they're all 68. Sorry, I got off topic there, but I might not then have to worry about adding in the chat into the stream here. I am a software developer, actually, not that you asked, but I didn't actually know that was customizable. Chrome definitely isn't, or at least I've seen nothing about it. I didn't know Firefox was open source either. That is news to me, because I know they have a few open source browsers out there, but I haven't touched upon any of them because, I mean, you can get some good quality doing open source stuff, but for the most part, it's, what can I say? I don't know, I guess in terms of software development, I'm really more a Microsoft guy.
Five-fold veneration.
I think the PHP framework that I use is actually one of the only open source software that I actually use. And that's CodeIgniter. And that's actually run by my university. Glitchy. Oh shoot, I was doing that completely wrong. But not to mention, not only glitchy, but on the other hand, just not fine-tuned. Like, the biggest reason that I respect... Sorry, I need to fix my... The biggest reason that I respect Blizzard as a company, actually, I know a friend that will really agree with me on this, is how Blizzard's games are some of the most fine-tuned and, I'm gonna say easy to learn too, but that's not quite right. Easy to use. Sure, I'll use it. Some of the most fine-tuned and easy to use. Actually, I'm not sure if sleepiness or drowsiness is a side effect of skooma. I might look that one up, actually. But you don't get fine-tunedness, or you don't get, user experience necessarily in open source projects for the most part. Like, I mean, the biggest example, Linux. Linux is a good operating system. It's not too glitchy. I mean, it has its glitches, but everything does. But on the other hand, so much work has been put into, I want to say Apple for the most part actually, in making it so it's straightforward, easy to use, and easy to learn. Because that's their strong point. So, exactly. They're not for, I don't want to call people idiots, but it's not for the standard, average, typical user. Firefox probably isn't actually that bad, because I'm not sure. Actually, do you know if Firefox has always been open source? Because it's actually news to me at the beginning, that it's open source at all. What am I wielding? That looks like a beautiful weapon, but I'm not actually high enough. What is it even? It's a mace. That does not look like a mace. Is there any way to... No. Okay, so little. But I'm not sure if Firefox was always an open source project. And I'm pretty sure it has quite the team behind it, because that's Mozilla. Okay, yeah. But the fact that it didn't start as open source means there's probably... They may not be dedicatedly working on it, but there's probably a team that at least monetizes the updates that are put against it. And the rest of those. Yep. My goal right now is 10,000, so I'm 1/4. No. 4/10. What am I saying? 2/5 there. Because that's the minimum purchase for a mount, I believe. That was inexpensive. Cancel that. It's 190 gold to... Why did that jump in price? Is that due to the distance between... Because it took me only 70 gold to get here. Why is it costing me 190 to get to any other location? But knowing that my Firefox is customizable now, I might actually download it and try it out. Because if Chrome is doing that to me, you think it'd be good because, well, Chrome, Google, YouTube, you think running this YouTube on Chrome would be the best option. And I have a lot of faith in Google as a company. They even get you in video games. Okay, let's see if we're at the Way Shrine, is it any cheaper? Wait a second, if I'm at the Way Shrine, are you saying it's free? This is news to me. I enjoy the pun. I'm running into more and more, but in the past I've had a lot of good experiences with Chrome. For now, trying out Edge, the only issue I've actually had with Edge so far, and I don't know what the HTML and CSS ratings are with it, but the header, the thing at the top, is actually a lot thicker than most other browsers. Oh, no. I thought there'd be a path there. Excuse me, I just jump off the bridge. Oh, I think that's a plant too, though. Another thing, Edge. If you've tried Windows Explorer for Windows 8, I'm not sure what operating system you're on, but if you tried Windows Explorer for Windows 8, it's probably not too much difference. Yeah, I've got my tail wet.
I've been at my post.
Cats don't have that, actually. They do, actually.
Disgusts me. And what does that smell?
I think they do, at least. You're still in the beta? Because Windows 10 was actually released, like... Because I'm not running the... I'm running Windows 10, but I'm not running the beta anymore. At the university we go to, we get all Microsoft products for free. So I've kind of been trying to keep up to date on running all the most recent products that they have. But yeah, if you run Windows Explorer at all, Edge isn't... Like, it's a rename. And I was saying it actually to everyone I knew not that long ago, that the main thing that Microsoft needs to do is just rename their product, because anything that has the Windows Explorer name is going to be criticized. No matter what the circumstances, it's just there is a general hate for that name. So I called it that they were going to do this. And I wish I had it on paper, and I wish I made a bet for $1 million with someone, because then I'd be rich. But I think that's the circumstances for all bets.
Move now!
A battering? Actually, it's hilarious too, because since it's Edge, it still starts with E. They used the same symbol. It's still the E with the swirl around it. Gonna have to elaborate, Joker. Also, welcome to the stream. I'm just kind of blabbering about Windows here, I think, in the end. I'm not even that loyal to the company. I only use their software development programs. C# is my main language. I know ASP.NET. Shoot, maybe I am. It's my school's fault. They taught me on all Microsoft products. This healing. Is it feeding off that body? That'd be a cool feature, actually, if it was doing that. The body disappeared, too. Thank you, the Joker. I'm just starting out, though. It's, a little quiet, if anything. But hey, I'm working on it. What did you just do? That was not pleasant. I get the feeling that screenshot would make for a great thumbnail for a stream. I gotta go around, and there's no chests even. Number one complaint. Number one complaint about Elder Scrolls Online is the lack of random chests and treasures. Like, if I explored this dungeon head to toe, I probably wouldn't. I might find a treasure chest, but nothing too large. A VIC-20. I'm not actually sure what that is. Okay, there's 3 here. Okay, you have to use the only area of effect skill I have, and retreat. Okay, 2 down. There we go. There is something to do with healing. Our software developer? Because you definitely know the terms. Do my best on. Okay. Keep forgetting. Shield dash interrupts. Wow. Yep, I wasn't around then. Sorry, now I'm imaging you. So, curiosity, the Joker, since you're here, I gotta ask, how are you liking the new layout for the Windows gaming? As for the graphics, like, considering I was able on my last system to run the highest HD graphics pack on Skyrim, this is nothing special. And due to its use of high textures, I get the feeling that is something that's going to age fairly heavily, fairly quickly. Take it against something like, well, actually, you know what? I'm gonna correct myself. I've always thought that WoW graphics, and I've never actually really played it, aged beautifully, but I just remember that all they've been doing is updating it regularly. So I can't really say that anymore. So as long as they keep the graphics of this updated to the day and age that people are playing it, I think this will be a successful style of graphics for an MMO. It's not as good as Skyrim. And a lot of the layouts, at least for buildings and towns, are copy-pasted. Like, you get to know the layout around a few of the town styles, and you can just kind of speed through it. Okay, shield bashed, interrupt. I can't say anything about graphics. I'm actually a Dwarf Fortress player. So I mean, in terms of graphics, I'd be happy with ASCII. Actually, an ASCII Elder Scrolls game would be kind of cool, wouldn't it? An ASCII text adventure for Elder Scrolls. It's got the lore in the world. I don't see why not. Okay, this is actually a named champion, and I've got my special, which I haven't used at all yet. Also, just to explain the skill system a little bit, it's actually fairly similar to Skyrim in the sense that every level you get a skill point, and as you level up specific, like one hand and shield for example, you unlock things that you can then unlock with skill points. So for example, Power Bash I unlock at one hand and shield rank 38, and then I have to unlock it using a skill point in order to be able to use it. Almost unheard of in MMOs that you level up like each one of these skills, like Draconic Power, which is magic, one hand and shield, and then stuff like stealth separately compared to your regular class level. Like, that is nothing I've ever seen before, and that's the reason why I just find this game so enjoyable compared to all the others. So that if I wanted to, I can just go and get the feeling of leveling up while just practicing something like stealth. Also, there is a whole stealth and stealing mechanic still in this. And it could go on and on about... See, like, in the regular ESOs, or in the regular Elder Scrolls, like, you come up here, don't respawn. Also that, respawning. Is that... Wait, I can actually stream 720p, can't I? Because I'm not sure if it was streaming that on Twitch. I'm gonna have to check that out. Because when this stream finishes, it will actually automatically be uploaded, I believe, as a video to YouTube, as I've been having to manually do with the Twitch streams. And then just check out the quality between the two.
Boy, what's wrong with you?
Another map I thought was over. Oh no, I see. It just looped around. Okay, here's the boss monster. Also, they kept the blocking, power attacks, and everything system as well too, though I noticed it's a little bit touch and go. Like, if you try to use a power attack, there you go, now you're stunned. Just can't get over it. It's an actual combat system, a melee I'm playing an MMO in first person. Mm-hmm. Actually, does it have the option for 1080p? I think I have... No. Okay, my thing's just autoing at... I'm viewing it in the little demo kind of on the side, which is, for me, here. And it's autoing at 360 just to kind of keep the bandwidth down to help the stream move on. Which makes sense, but... Like, it actually looks pretty good in terms of just my demo. I guess that's me not being picky, though. That's true.
She just wants to get out of here. They were going to kill Ilara just for being what she is. How can I be anything other than Khajiit? Yes, yes, thank
Seems like the entire storyline of the Aldari Dominion is racism. I'm kind of wondering on what basis does the other actually go on? Because it's only one of... one of 3 stories, I believe. Because the 3 different dominions. And I'm not sure at what point. My throat's getting sore. I'm actually... Cats versus dogs. I can get behind that. The Orc's not close enough for you. I'm gonna grab a drink. My throat's getting sore. Okay. Oh yeah, I want to mention, after she talks.
I don't have words. Thank you so much for finding Ilara. What news, Octanian?
He's dead.
Then, it's done. We've taken the school. We'll restart.
Thank you.
We studied to
I wasn't gone
actually
for long,
join
though.
the Thalmor, to put Bosmer and Khajiit in positions of power. Thank you, my friend.
Is one other person hanging
Alliance
around here, or is it
stronger for
me?
your courage.
Very possible. Weird thing going on right now with the Edge where it seems stuck in that mode where if you move your cursor left, it kind of moves the screen left on a specific point. Middle click. But it seems to be stuck on that. Maybe Edge has the glitches too. It says there's 2 people watching. But it might be me.
Thank you.
What was I wanting to do next? I can't take these things on yet. I tried to go up against 1, the Soulfire Plateau, down at the bottom here, and even though this is like a level 3, level 4, I think it's actually 5 and up. Oh, 5 and up area, I couldn't take this one. So I'm going to be traveling north along this road. Right. One of the things I want to mention, later on in kind of how the stream is going to work, since I'll be returning to school and I'm saying way too much. Okay, if it tells you that only one is watching, yeah, that would be it. How the stream is going to work later on, because I'm going to school actually for software development, I'll be streaming... Streaming my homework sounds lame, but I'll be streaming software development. And the reason why I think that it's actually like somewhat of a decent idea is because it's video games. Again, I was in a public speaking group for a year, and I'm still saying Anyways, I'll be going into my 3rd year of a BTech in video game development and design. So over the course of the next 2 years, I'm actually going to have to be doing a ton of projects regarding video games specifically. And by the end of the 2 years, actually, I'll have a full finished product that I'm hoping to actually use this media as a way to advertise it. Because I'm hoping that I'll be able to not only live stream almost every moment of its development, but as well as use it to gain people's opinions and people's reviews of things that I should add. I mean, that's pretty typical software development streamer kind of thing. But I think that will be a way for me to really... Here's the new quest. I'll bypass it for now. It'll be a way for me really to have school and streaming and still be able to do streaming while being in full-time school. Yeah. It's a big word, except it's not necessary.
Please, stars above, help me.
It's one of the frustrating things, is it's, never... Okay, Edge, stop it. You're making yourself look bad. Okay, there we go. The person here's name is actually Derp the Khajiit breeder. Something tells me he shouldn't be breeding. But it's never adds to a sentence really. Whereas and and if are kind of necessary, and if you don't use them, it kind of sounds off. And a lot of people don't. And it kind of works, but I don't think they necessarily have a full understanding of the language. It's in Toastmasters, which is a, you might know it, North American public speaking group. It's every meeting and every speech you have what's called an counter. And they'll actually take out a piece of paper and they'll take note on every single or just pause kind of that you make. Just try to... Hey, I'm Canadian too, don't insult me here. No, English is a tough language. Like, it's one of my biggest pet peeves is the spelling of the word weird. Like W-E-I-R-D. When people spell it wrong, I immediately clue and I immediately notice. And I don't even understand why it's like that. Like the rule is I before E, except after C, unless it sounds like A, but it follows none of that. Just the English language. Which is why we have, I mean, English diplomas and like masters in English. Because I get the feeling to fully understand it, it's one of those things that doesn't come with practice. That's for sure. I haven't tried bows or alloy yet in this game. Nor magic, it's always melee. That's bad. But yeah, some people have it worse than others, and it's not like it's a bad thing.
Greetings.
But generally in public speaking, a minimum, at least generally, is preferred. What's being sold here? Nothing too much, actually. Here's an interesting thing about guild traders. There's another one. I should take note of this, actually. most MMOs will have systems, and I'm actually doing an editorial right now on the different economy and trading systems of MMOs. Most of them work off of basic stock trading. You put it up on the market and it's posted everywhere. It works a little bit differently actually in ESO, where there are guild traders. And guild traders are actually bid on.
How may I serve?
And purchased for on a weekly basis by guilds. You're quick with your pun. Then, once your guild has bid and purchased a guild trader for a week, your items are then shown
Good to see you.
At this guild store. So for example, there's a guild trader here. Just pressing tab to try to get to the map again. There's a guild trader back at the starting town, and one of the things that you might keep on mind is if you get the guild trader back at the starting town, you're going to be wanting to sell lower level items, because the higher level items won't really be able to be purchased by anyone in this area. So it's kind of interesting. Who are you?
Why wait for the high prices in first?
Oh sweet, Wandering Traveler. So it's different in MMOs generally, where in the typical MMO, it's you post one thing, you put one thing up, and everyone sees it. Not only allies, no. It isn't limited to your guild. Like, if you post something, the only people that see it aren't going to be from your guild. It's kind of like this market, this guild trader is limited to only items that your guild put up. So for example, this one's owned by the Trans-Tamriel Trade and Aid. They're the only, like, members of that guild are the only ones that can post to
Come, do your trading.
This list. Which is kind of neat, because if I'm looking for an item too, and I can't find it on this one, well, I just go to the guild trader that I know is down here in Volkiel and check there. If it's not there, I'll go to the next one. And I'll probably end up spending a good 500, 600 gold in travel fees.
It's a fine day for staying out of trouble.
Which is still not as bad as Final Fantasy, actually. In terms of travel... What's going on here? This was unexpected, and these guys are actually a little bit high level for me, it seems. Rappels, I do know that. Oh. I gotta look this up to remind me. Because I forget what genre it is specifically. Okay, I do know it. And I recognize that symbol. But I don't think I ever played it myself. Yeah, actually, Doug, I actually realized that roughly half an hour ago. And I have literally spent a good 500 gold going between place to place. I was kicking myself when I realized that I could go between rations like that. Because I was thinking with Final Fantasy XIV being the last MMO that I played, I was thinking, okay, it's probably just like cheaper if you go to the Way Shrine. No, it's free. And here I've been saving up for a horse all this time because I don't want to spend so much costs on travel. Exactly. It's kind of a blasphemy system when you think about it, about most MMOs. Oh, there's actually... I love these things. I said I'm not sure if I can get to it in time. Dung, I take it you're actually the first actual ESO player I think I've got in the stream so far. But just to explain to Talon, I think these are randomized events, and I'm not going to be able to take this on my own. But generally what happens is that these things appear, and then everyone's just kind of attracted to it. You get 5 or 6 people here, and you face off and get a random reward in the end. It's kind of like Rifts in Rift, if you've ever played that either. Although you said you got out of the MMO industry. Okay, I've got 4 now. There's one other person that joined. Who are you? Fortunately, I don't think I can get a list of people who are viewing. Yeah, this is going to be too high level for me. Exactly, except there's no one here. So obviously this one didn't do its job. I mean, in terms of the worm cult, that's probably exactly what they want. I can't imagine soloing this. I can give it a try. I guess there's no harm, but they're all level 15 as well, and I can always run away. Okay, yeah, I'm losing health fast with the main. Oh, yeah. That didn't take long. Greetings, Julia, and welcome to the terrible world of staying up late. Which is pretty standard for me, actually. I got off work at 11:15 at night. Actually, since I'm at a wage shrine, I'm gonna get out of here. It goes well. I'm loving this new system. Like, in terms of streaming, it's... like, compared to Twitch at least, this is pretty great. Considering I can have a preview, the chat, and everything kind of in one spot without actually... I don't know, it kept messing me up on Twitch. Oh. Okay, that's probably why you're able to do that. I do not think I am. Well, actually, I kind of am. I've got the shield, but I've been leveling up mostly attacking and stealth abilities. Which I think is where most of my points are kind of going. Because with Khajiit and medium armor, it's stealthy, then improved sneak, then improved hiding. Oh my god, 5. Oh right, you said you were over, it was you that said you're over in Ontario. And Julia, is that your in-game name? Because I can probably add you here. I'm just not quite sure how yet. Friends, here it is. Annie, get out of there, you're blocking my view. Oh, that's how. Yeah, but... yeah, exactly, you're a bit ahead of me. Account not found. There aren't servers, are there? I'm trying to remember if there's different servers on this. Yeah, what the hell are you doing still up? It's only... I shouldn't say only, but it's only 2:15 on here. Oh, her name... well, she doesn't have much of one, actually. We ended up... so I gotta fix Edge here. This is... good night, Doug. I hope to see you around. There's gotta be some way to fix it. You know, I'm gonna just move this. So I'm just not used to the... can I get it here? Oh, it's completely messed up for me now. Okay, I'm just going full screen on there. Anyways, her name is actually Tiny. And the story behind that is she's actually a fairly small cat. And that's literally the only meaning behind her name. Because my family is literally so lazy with names that before we could find a name for her, we just kept calling her Tiny Cat. So in the end, we just continued calling her that. Shortened a little bit to Tiny. Bam, there's her name. So it's a little bit of a like a rough scenario when people ask her name. It's kind of, well, actually her name is just Tiny. Not too much different than just calling your cat Cat. But I still love her. She's an attention-grabbing thief.
Oh, fair day. Fair day to you. You're here with supplies for Tellinger, I expect. Please don't tell him I was sitting down on the job.
Tellinger?
Stars, yes. The dig site leader. Look, he's just up the path. Just keep your mouth shut about it.
Now she's sniffing the microphone. I figured it was a good name. It's catchy, quick to say.
Ah, at last. You must be here with my supplies. Just put the ink and delicate items in the tent here. You can begin unloading the bulk goods with my assistance.
Who are you again?
Truly, this is the last time I trust an order to that Bosmer. It fits, though. His doing has been one disaster after another. First the spirits, now the supplies. And to top it off, my top scholar and her team are missing. Stars, yes. Derwin and her team are somewhere in the ruins.
I like the teal in his hood, actually.
They're long overdue. If you're not here with supplies, perhaps you'd go look for them.
Sure, I'll go look for them.
Scenario, they found the Mora. I don't want to think about the worst case. Too many variables.
Welcome, EG Telecast. And I think it's you and Talon, I believe, in the main two. Not that I can see who's actually viewing from. You think I'd be able to see. There's got to be a user list somewhere here. But I'm not seeing it anywhere. Nope. Yeah, it's just Talon and EG now. How are you doing?
What a curious question. But if you insist,
ignore this fool that seems to think he's important.
Explorer. Esduin is my latest endeavor. I will bring further glory and honor to the Mages Guild. I've come in search of the Mollari Mora. I'll present it to the council and reap the rewards.
You seem like some overemphasized anime character, I swear.
Quite attentive, yes. The Mollari Mora is an ancient relic, a talisman. Its power took the lives of everyone here, cursed their immortal souls. No, actually. They weren't here when we arrived. Though it's merely conjecture, I believe someone has rediscovered the Mora. The disturbance of the talisman has caused the bound dead to stir.
Oh, there it is. Now the watching went up to 3. So it takes a little while to click in that someone else joined. So I get the feeling it's like a... Every minute there's kind of a ping that gets all the viewers. I swear there'd be a better way to do it.
Students, very accomplished. She's now a high-ranking member of the Mages Guild, the Master of Incunabula. She oversees the Arcaneum in Skywatch.
It's one hell of a name. EG, do you play Elder Scrolls much, or is it? I'm assuming... If I were to assume that everyone who joined this actually played Elder Scrolls Online, it seems I'd be wrong. But most people actually seem to have been playing Elder Scrolls. Or just looking around. Which one are you? I await your answer. Now that I think about it, I still need to get an introductory video from my YouTube channel. Okay, which one's your favorite? And I have one more question for you after that as well.
Assisting me, of course. Derwin is a true seeker of knowledge. She may care for her books, but research in the field is her first love. Yes, now that you mention it. Serinque, one of my students, said something about freeing the spirits. She's nowhere near as analytical as Derwin. I think she's down at our forward camp. I'm sure she's fine.
I'm sure she's fine. You're a very straightforward man, Tillinger. I don't think it was you telling, but if it was, that's powerful. Okay, EG. One more question for you then. Is Morrowind the first one that you really started playing? Because I'm seeing kind of a pattern with most of the people I talk to.
In Cannabula, she oversees research and...
Wait, that was the lady over there. Except for you, Talon, you seem to have broken that. Oh, what was I gonna say? I had something good. Oh yeah, I actually had someone today in the store. I just... Hold on, I'm trying to follow the conversation now. Okay. You started with Skyrim. Now that's an oddity in itself. Actually, am I following the wrong quest here to begin with? Yeah, completely. That one. But it seems like everyone that I at least used to play with, it was the one you start with is the one you really like. Exactly. And I've been trying to think, I got kind of tasked with starting an editorial for the website I'm trying to get like regularly in contact with the idea of, is it, or how much does the nostalgia for the first MMO you ever really get into, how much does that nostalgia for that game have an effect on your opinion of the newer titles? Like if you started with, for example, first MMO I ever played, well, it was kind of RuneScape and MapleStory. But, so for example, for me, how much does the love of those two games affect when I played, for example, Elder Scrolls Online now? Same thing, transferring it over with the Elder Scrolls series. Is it the first Elder Scrolls you play is generally your favorite, and like, is the focus of that one, that Elder Scrolls, the thing you like doing most in the Elder Scrolls series? So I believe it's Skyrim is most focused on
that makes you my
action.
Friend.
Morrowind is most focused on RPG mechanics, and Oblivion's kind of a cross in between the two, is so far what I've gathered. Please correct me if I'm wrong with that one, EG Cast, because or EG Telecast, because you're probably a little bit more knowledgeable than me on that sense. I've never played Morrowind.
For that old man.
I'm an Oblivion guy.
Hurt, and some of my team members have been taken. We need to get her back to camp. Now that you're here, we can make a break for it. Some of the spirits appeared, grabbed my researchers, and then vanished. We need to get into the Undercroft. It's the only place I can think they'd be. Perhaps we were out there looking for runes. Combined, these runes form a key. We only need 2 more. Take a look, and I'll meet you at the entrance of Ezduin's Undercroft.
Okay, yeah, I was thinking so. I completely got distracted. I was going to say something about my job. It was regarding, Talon, you were saying how you came and broke the stream. It was, I had a guy come in today. Yesterday, actually. I think it was yesterday. That was a lot of items. And in terms of his credit card, entering his credit card information network, just a simple till job, it would crash it every time. Just a regular card, regular machine. But none of our machines could handle it. He's trying to hit me from there. It's a throwing blade. Here you go. Something attacking me? No. Yeah, if it was the graphics that got you for Skyrim, I could see why you didn't immediately get into something like Oblivion or Morrowind. The graphics aren't bad, but they were... I don't know, even when I started playing Oblivion, I didn't really think the graphics were that great. And that was shortly after its release. This one had no one guarding it. I'm not complaining. Last part. Talk to these guys. Take the long route so I can avoid the fight. Why are you guys up there now? I don't know, for me it isn't so much the story actually in MMOs. Although I really like there to be a story. Like, for example, when I tried out Rift, which I played for a month or so, I didn't get too far in, I tried to follow the story. It might be close, it might be accidentally. Oh, you need to talk to.
I made a bet with
when we wiped the chip, it worked fine.
Did you find the runes? That
like there
might 5 gold. You've done well.
I don't know if with your theory if it's possible, sorry. If it's possible that my like touching it with either another surface or skin demagnetized it. Or I don't know, but when I just gave it a good wipe with a piece of clothing, gone. Worked fine.
I hope so. This will be quick.
I tried to follow the story in Rift.
There, it's done.
Chip.
Let's go.
In Rift, but it just wasn't. The story changed too much from location to location. Like in Rift and Terra and a bunch of the others, it's kind of separated by location, and it's got a level requirement of, say, this location is from levels 10 to 15. This location's from 16 to 21. And so every time you went to a new location, it was an entirely different story. And it kind of got repetitive in the sense that, okay, the process is, here's the new location, here's the new story.
Have you seen the others?
No depth.
I tried to stop him. Urikanta. He's here. He's tracked the others. He's using their souls to form the gate. You have to stop him.
Interesting. We got it worked out in the end, so at least we got that.
The gate opens onto a shard of
another viewer.
Without the soul
show yourself.
Rituals, the gate will close. Take my amulet. It should let you see, touch Aetherius. You'll have to make a decision. Break the bindings, or kill the students.
Well, at least it might have in late game. I never got into the late game because it wasn't able to hold my attention that long. But none of the... I'll let him talk.
Has allowed powerful spirits into the Undercroft. They're what brought us down here in the first place. Be careful. If one gets a hold of you, you could get pulled in yourself.
Sorry, just trying to follow. EG Telecast, what about the Ebonheart Pact? Or did I miss something that Meldo was saying? I'm back online. Yep, seems like it. What just happened from your guys' end? And just to clarify, yeah, EG Telecast, that was Rift we were talking about specifically with the separate areas for separate level groups.
We'll move to the room
it does.
Just behind me. We should be safer in there.
Okay, I had a glitch on my side where it was saying it was offline. But for example, you've got the different areas, but in Rift it was a very strict storyline from point A to point B, kind of work through the crest, typical, and none of the stories, at least in the early game modes, really connected with each other. Okay, I figured it did go offline. That wasn't on my end actually this time, even though I've crashed my computer twice since this started.
I'm going to tend to Meldil. We'll move to the room just behind me. We should be safer in there.
I'm gonna end the stream. End the stream in, I hope in 15 minutes, whenever I finish this dungeon. It is getting late and I do have work tomorrow. Thankfully it's later in the evening, but...
Of course, but speak quickly. It's a name we're all trying to forget. Uricantor is very close. Was very close to me. Tellinger cast him out of the guild and forbade him. He couldn't understand that power has to have limits. That some costs are too high. You can see here what he's willing to do for a taste of power. How long do you have? I'm sorry, this is just not the place for a protracted metaphysical conversation. It may be enough to say that Aetherius is the spirit realm, the land of the dead.
EG Telecast, I think you might be actually in the same time zone as Talon actually then. It's only 2:30 here. I'm 3 hours behind you guys, but it's still late. I mean, at that point, if it was 5:30, I'd probably just stay up, do some dishes, clean the house.
I can't begin to guess, not without
Can do some work, actually.
information.
I've got way too much work to do, with not to mention streaming. I actually already did 2 hours of streaming this morning. What did I play? Oh, this morning was the Europa Universalis.
Join the mists of Aetherius.
Oh. What just... Okay, I don't know what's happening. Okay, I'm in the spirit realm. That's what's happening. Pretty sure that was something that had to happen. If I kill the ghost, does the person get released? Of course not. And I'm not even sure what's happening there. These guys drop quite a bit though. I'm liking this. Ah, there's supposed to be a stone there. Glitch, glitch, found a glitch. Should start writing these down.
Hail.
Hail. You can't see me, I'm in the ghost world. Okay. Okay. There's something specific to do with... I'm gonna have to be right back once again. Sorry for the intrusion of time. Sorry about that. I'm still alive, am I? Yes. Oh my god. I didn't even realize it was that high. This isn't even actually that powerful a computer. It was it's a 1,000, thank you, Talon. It's a $1,400 Asus Republic of Gamers computer. The computer itself is only worth roughly... Take me.
Your life force
there you go.
Will feed the dead.
Most of the cost actually came from the... Two attacking me? Okay. Nope, I'm not dying here. There we go. Most of the cost actually came from a solid state drive. 240 gigabyte solid state. Samsung, I think.
This spell will help you move past the spirits.
But other than that, it's a $1,100 gaming laptop. It's actually not that hard to run this game, I don't think. But building a gaming PC laptop is pretty cheap. Although with the modern ones, you might still be able to actually play this. Although I haven't tried. Now that I think about it, no, probably not. Oh. Nowadays, Linux is almost more preferred for gaming than Mac, isn't it? I mean, just a hunch. Ah, get off me. Second one. I've never liked the HP. HP and a couple others are just brands I won't go near. So far, Asus and Acer are the two I really trust. I was hoping to add an Acer, but sadly they don't have anything that's actually built for gaming. All of Acer stuff, unless you were looking at something that's 1800 or over, are touchscreen, work-focused. Not the sort of thing you're really looking for. The shield bash actually does quite a bit of damage. Do you use Linux, Austin, EG? Because I think the only time I've actually used a Linux was the use of a Raspberry Pi. Oh, there's bookshelves up there. Now that thing was fun to play around with. I said, Raspberry Pi is basically a... Oh, let's see. Okay. A Raspberry Pi is literally, it's about this big. It's $25, and it's a full computer. And so I set it up with a monitor, and used it basically as a dedicated writing station. All I had to do was turn on the monitor, and hey look, there's the screen. Just you know, it's nothing special. It can barely use the graphical user interface that Linux has. So I'd usually just run it on the text command mode, and it was perfect. Oh. As soon as something's bought for you, I guess you kind of lose that right, don't you? My parents consider this kind of thing a graduation gift. And since it's, well, I mean, software development is kind of something that's necessary for the education, it's for education. Only helps that I'm going into video game programming. So, it has to be high graphics and, you know, run fast in order to run the games I create. I won't game on it at all. Where am I going anyways? This way. I figure I can probably bypass these guys. But there's not actually much point to. I mean, I'm pretty sure I still gain experience from taking them out. Thank you guys for sticking around, by the way. It's nice to have people around, people watching, just someone to talk to, because I'm getting better at talking to myself, but at the same time, it's kind of... You start feeling insane when you start doing it at work where you're talking to the cash register. I don't know, I think I've had people look at me funny a number of occasions.
By the light of Auriel, you've returned. You are a capable sort. Stars guard your steps. I'm going to get us out of here.
Good.
Put a stop to this madness. Find Urikantar and end him.
Exactly. You serious? They don't usually? I thought that was essentially the point. I mean, I'm hoping that they have something... That was a weird transition. I'm hoping that they have something built into YouTube that allows people to see the chats as they watch the stream, like, after. But, like, it seems like talking to people in the chat is... that's the point of the stream, because then you can talk. I'll let him talk.
Of course you have. He can't possibly let me go. Can't possibly let me succeed. It no longer matters. After you're dead and gone, I'll find new vessels. Draw forth the power I need from them.
I've lost arguments to myself. It's one-man debates.
And I hadn't planned to be here. I planned to take over from the old Mer and perform the life binding with Aunt Derwin. Instead, look at me. This is my last chance for a legacy, to own and control a shard of the Arthur.
I actually don't know what the Arthur is. I think the funniest situations I've ever come across are when I bump into inanimate objects and kind of turn around and start apologizing. I do it in grocery stores all the time. It's empty. Okay. I mean, even with 100 viewers or so, which, I mean, I think every streamer kind of hopes to hit, you can at least try to follow along with the conversation topic that's going on. Actually, no, usually at 100 it's just kind of spam for what's happening on the stream, isn't it?
I wouldn't have it any other way. Come, let's see which of us lives to tell this tale.
I don't know. I actually don't know how I'd try to control a stream with 100 viewers. It's something I actually hope to figure out someday, is how to do that, and what it's like to do that. But at the same time, I realize that, yeah, it's kind of... You're kind of destroying that personal feel of the stream, aren't you, with the fact that I wouldn't, or any streamer wouldn't really be able to talk regarding every single thing that's said in the chat like I'm able to with you guys. None of those gave me skill points. Moderators would help. It's a very odd graphical glitch. But it's also a case of, I know there's some that do things like they'll answer a question if you donate. Which is kind of unfair because it's kind of going off of the pay-to-play system again. Don't attack me. Exactly. which requires you to find someone trustworthy as well. I'm not sure what that did, but my life force just increased a ton.
Split up. The secrets of Aetherius will be mine.
Okay. Yeah, that's powerful. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to use that as a different, at a distance to get a hold of people. Shoot. Yeah, I saw that coming from a mile away. Damn. There's always that. Not married yet, thankfully. Actually, I don't think my girlfriend's ever planning on... They're too expensive. To hold a full marriage, at least. That would be a very expensive moderator. Wait, where did the guys I'm supposed to fight go? They're there. Okay. Sweet. It's another interesting thing, actually, about ESO compared to other ones, is actually other players will come and kind of help you on bosses. Like, there was 3 of us there. The 2 of them are probably hanging out. But that's not something that will happen in other Elder Scrolls games, that's for sure. Because it's not online. It somewhat takes away from the immersion to have other people running around in the dungeons that you're exploring. But on the other hand, it's not crowded enough a game to make it feel that everyone's here. I don't know. I am with somebody, and I love them dearly. But to be honest, the only thing probably keeping me away from marriage is the fact that A, it costs, and B, you're legally married after 2 years of living together anyways. If I get married, it will probably be... I have no idea. We've only been together for a year, so I think it's a little early to be talking about that. Not gonna run into any... No, actually it looks like all the ghosts are easy to avoid.
The magical lattice can be disrupted, but the underlying...
So yeah, I'm just gonna be finishing this quest and then probably heading for the night. It's a good 2 hours. I know most people marathon stream, but so far streams for me have only been a couple hours at most.
To ask, but
3 hours and 15 minutes, I think, are the longest I've done. And I was trying to take over the world as Scotland. Exactly. And I think the only people I've actually run into that ever talked to me was... I was running down a hill to try to gather some plants for a quest. And there was a group of 7 people standing in a circle. One of them turned to me and I just saw in the chat appear, "Keep your distance, cat." That's when I realized the player is actually a racist too. It seems like I would say at least half of the players that you meet in ESO are role players.
Remarkable. I'm not easily impressed, but you've done it. And Uri Kantar disappoints to the bitter end. Such a waste. All that remains
so
is to tend
dark.
to the wounded and continue the research. With the Mora and...
So now that that quest is complete, it should be that I've now explored that location. Ah, no. Exactly. And it's incredible. That might be a glitch, actually. I'm wondering if it will... Oh my god. First off, good job. Because I've probably been playing for a good 20 hours and I'm at 4.5k. Second off, that is rude. Oh my god. See, I hate how that works. I remember, I think I had an experience, like, I didn't have an experience like that, obviously. But that is incredible. But it was like being a low-level player and having a high-level player just give you gold. Where am I even? It was Fly for Fun. I tried to jump onto that, and it was, I forget what it was exactly, but there's a requirement for lower level items that you couldn't get if you were a higher level. And so for higher level players to achieve it, they had to kind of buy them off of lower level players. So me as a lower level player just grinding, I had this high level player just appear in front of me and say, can I buy all of these items in your inventory for, like, I guess it would be in the equivalent of this game, like 10,000 gold each? Just sure. Hand them all over. Got them back almost immediately, but because you're unable to get them as a higher level player, they were priceless. It kind of ruins the game a little bit because, well,
over here.
It's not cheating, but it's as close as you can get. Okay, wait, no, that is cheating. What you did was cheating. But that's worth the story. Can't get down there. Let me jump. There we go. If you think about it too deeply, it's terrible for the economy. But we're not going into that much too depth. I know someone just joined. I can't see you getting banned for that. I don't think impersonation is legal grounds for banning. Not to mention, to be honest, if I was a game moderator and someone submitted that as a card that they got ripped off for that reason, I'd just laugh. In fact, if he did submit a card for that at all, then I congratulate you for giving a GM somewhere a reasonable time. A third person has joined the stream, except it's unfortunate timing because I was just ending, actually. So, whoever it was that joined, because I see that there's 4 watching, unless they're already gone by this point. Again, I don't even have a schedule posted. I'm gonna go. I've got to. Life calls. And I've got someone waiting in bed for me. Though that's not as dirty as one might think. They're sleeping. So, if you can, I'm doing the typical ask to subscribe, but subscribe, and in terms of streaming, hey, if you were a 22-year-old girl, it doesn't matter. Something tells me you're older than that, actually. And thank you for the compliment, EG. It's only recently that I've actually started streaming. But so it's great to get compliments like that. I hope to see you in any streams in the future, too. I do roughly 3 to 6 a day, except the games that I'm doing vary between first-person shooters to role-playing games to strategy. I'll probably get fixed on something later on, but we'll see. Okay, yeah. That was about my guest talent. So, actually I noticed that I checked my subscriber list earlier. Hope to see you guys later. I'm terrible with goodbyes. And I'm sorry for third person who joined just recently that I had to go. Alright. Actually, I think tomorrow... Actually, I really need to go, because tomorrow at 10 was the next time that I had scheduled for a stream. What game was it, too? Twitch TV hour proof. It's in less than 7 hours. I actually scheduled Elder Scrolls Online for tomorrow at 10 o'clock in the morning. So, if you guys want to be there, I'm streaming this again in 7 hours. I don't expect to see anyone there. Okay. Thank you for joining. And... Serious? I got another watcher. Safe travels. See you around.